Hi, Justin. Thanks for joining me today. How have things been for you this week?
Not that great. I just feel so angry and sad all the time. At school, I don't even want to go there. It's just too much for me.
So it sounds like you've been feeling a lot of heavy emotions lately, anger and sadness. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I guess.
So let's take a moment to break that down. I have a feelings chart here. I've sent it to you already. Can you look at it? And if you see any other words that match, how you're feeling, can you go ahead and mention them?
Maybe frustrated and lonely.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Frustrated, lonely, angry, and sad. Those are a lot of tough emotions to carry around. Um, would it help to talk about what's been making you feel this way lately?
I don't really know. My mom leaving, my grandpa passing. It's just too much for me. And now I'm stuck failing school and screwing everything up.
So that's a lot to deal with, and it makes sense that you're feeling overwhelmed. But let's explore some of those thoughts. You mentioned you're feeling like a screw up all the time, or that you're screwing everything up, right? Can we talk about that? What does that mean to you?
I'm just not good at anything. I can't keep up with school, and I'm always getting in trouble.
I hear you. When you say I'm not good at anything, let's pause and ask ourselves, is that completely true? Are there any things that you've done recently that you've been particularly proud of, or that you've enjoyed doing?
Well, I guess I'm good at helping my little cousin with stuff. Like I help him with his homework sometimes.
Yeah, that's a great example, right? You're showing that you can be responsible and supportive. What would it be like to focus on those strengths when you're feeling down?
Uh, I don't know. I guess it might help.
Okay, so let's try something together that might help with those intense feelings of frustration, those intense feelings of sadness. Okay, it's an emotional regulation strategy, and it's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. I'm going to guide you through it, and and then you can tell me how it feels. Okay, are you ready?
Sure.
Great. So what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold your breath for 7 and slowly exhale through your mouth for 8 counts. Let's try it together. Get ready. Breathe in through your nose for 4. Hold your breath for 7 and slowly exhale through your mouth for 8. Let's try it one more time, okay? Breathe in through your nose for 4. Hold your breath for 7 and slowly exhale for 8. How does that feel?
A
Or how
little
do you
calmer,
feel
I
now?
guess.
What was that?
A little calmer, I guess.
That's good to hear. That's something that you can use when you're feeling overwhelmed, okay? Do you think that you'll be able to try that on your own sometimes?
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to try another exercise with you. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. And what it does is it helps you bring focus to the present when you're feeling out of control. Okay, do you want to give that a try?
Sure.
So, can you go ahead and look around? Can you name me 5 things that you see around you?
I can see my window, my ruler, my plushies, and my fan,
One more, one more item.
and my checkerboard.
Okay, good. Now what are 4 things around you that you can touch?
My shirt, my chair, my closet, and my desk.
Okay, awesome. What are 3 things that you can hear?
The AC, my computer running, and water running.
Okay, perfect. And what are 2 things that you can smell around you?
Maybe my cologne and my scent.
Your scent, like a scent seed?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. And what's one thing you can taste?
My finger.
Your finger. Fantastic. How do you feel after doing that?
I don't really know.
You really know. Um, do you feel like you're more grounded, like you're more in tune with what's going on in the present?
Kind of.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? That's another emotion, I mean, another tool that you can use when your emotions feel too big, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so before we wrap it up, let's talk about what you want to do for the future. You mentioned wanting to explore career counseling. What do you think is a small step that you can take this week towards reaching your goal?
Maybe talk to my counselor at school.
That's a great start. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable do you think you feel to do that?
Maybe a strong 6.
And what do you think would make it a 7?
If I had someone to remind me or help me figure out what to say.
Okay, so let's work on that together. I can help you come up with some ideas on what to say. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, so let's talk more about what interests you, right, in career counseling. You mentioned wanting to explore your options, and so let's talk about what interests you.
I don't really know yet. I've thought about maybe doing something with cars, like being a mechanic or something.
Okay, that sounds like a great start. What is it about working on cars that interest you, or working with cars that interest you?
I like figuring out how things work and fixing stuff. It's kind of cool when you can see a problem and make it work again.
That's an awesome skill, right? Problem solving skills and fixing things are talents you can really build on. Have you had any opportunities to work on cars or learn about mechanics?
Not really. I've watched some videos though, but I don't have anyone to teach me.
And that's okay, right? Just knowing what sparks your interest is a great first step. How about we brainstorm on some ways you could explore this more? One option could be asking your counselor about like career and technical education programs. I think on Guam specifically, there's the Trades Academy, and those programs focus on like mechanics and engineering. Would you be open to that?
Yeah, that may be good for me.
So another great idea is checking if there are any like local businesses or workshops where you could shadow some people or even volunteer to do like hands-on experience. It could help. I could help you look into that if you'd like.
Maybe, but I don't know what to say.
Okay. Well, let's make it actionable, right? Let's think about how we can put this into action. How about this week you can set up a meeting with your school counselor to talk about those options? Would you feel comfortable doing that?
Sure.
Okay, so I know you said that maybe earlier and you don't really know what to say. That's actually really normal, but maybe we can try role playing a bit. You can practice what to say to me and I'll help you say it more confidently. So let's imagine you're walking into your counselor's office. What's the first thing that you would say?
Hi. I wanted to ask about career stuff.
I think that's a good start, right? Maybe you could add something like, I'm interested in learning about mechanics or hands-on careers and want to see if there's any programs or resources for that. You want to practice that together? So you walk into your counselor's office, what would you say?
Uh, I don't know really.
Yeah, I just gave you a good example, right? Like, hi, counselor. What's your school counselor's name?
Miss Targaloff.
Hi, Miss Targaloff. I'm interested in learning more about mechanics or on hands-on careers. Are there any programs for that? How does that one sound?
Not as bad as I thought.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think that you want to try asking that way instead of I want to ask about career stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be a better way.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, now how confident do you feel about having that conversation?
Maybe a 7 now.
Yeah, and that's progress, right? You went from a 6 to a 7. So how about we set a reminder together to reach out to your counselor by maybe Wednesday? Do you want me to follow up with you next session to see how it went?
Yeah, that would help.
Okay, so one more idea. Maybe what you could do is you could also look for some like online videos or some resources about careers in mechanics or like related fields. Would you like me to find something for you to check out, or do you think you'd be able to do that on your own?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay, which one you wanna do it on your own? Like look it up on your own?
No, I think you can help me.
I'll help you. Okay, so before you leave today, I'm going to provide you resources, okay?
Okay.
So awesome, Justin. I'm really proud of you for taking the steps into your future. It's okay, really, to feel uncertain about what to do, but I feel like exploring your interest, like this, right? Like mechanics or working on cars. Actually, that's the same thing, right? Like mechanics, can help you find the direction you're looking for. And hey, maybe you'll find that mechanics is not something you want to do, right? And that's okay too. Okay.
Okay. But thank you. It feels good to talk about something I really care about.
Yeah. And so, you've done a lot of good hard work today, Justin. How are you feeling compared to when we first started?
A little better. Like I can actually do something about how I'm feeling.
Yeah. And that's great to hear. We'll continue to keep building on this because you're really not alone in this, okay? We're in this together.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.